Welcome to Death on Clare Island, Chapter 16A. When I awoke in the morning, something felt wrong. Silence besieged my solitary cell of a bedroom. The usual droning airplane and wishing car tires were not there. Possessed, the cottage shuddered on its foundations. The wind moaned up and down the chimney. The front door shivered. Windows rattled, holding back the assault. Trees bent with the wind's forceful gusts. The rain beat down. Would my spirit hold up to life's assaults the way this cottage did? Although I'd lost my mother, the O'Briens, and Dylan, their collective love had seen me through each storm. But sometimes I'm uneasy about the future. Would something finally break my spirit? I hugged the bed and the hot water bottle from the night before, drew my feet toward it like a magnet. By 6:30, I knew that I wouldn't be getting any more sleep. Instead, I got up and headed to the kitchen for breakfast. The wind had subsided and the rain misted. Toward the south, the sky was clear and bright. I'd stick with my plan to go to Clear Island later in the day. Meanwhile, I fell into my usual breakfast routine of brown bread, hazelnut yogurt, flax oil, and rhubarb. As I'd suspected, the sun was out by the time I finished eating. After throwing my jogging pants, sweatshirt, and sneakers, I picked up the phone to make some calls. Peter's phone rang, but neither he nor his answering machine picked up. I'd hoped he could join me when I went to talk to Richard O'Malley. I wanted Peter's opinion about O'Malley and what I'd learned so far. I called Bridget next. I brought her up to date on my visit to Tranquility House and told her I planned to return to Clare Island that day. She thanked me and said she'd be away in Dublin for a few days. "Will you be needing me?" she asked. Her voice sounded tired and soft over the phone. "No," I assured her and said goodbye. My fingers paused over the keypad, putting off the hardest calls for last. These were the ones to my friends and my team in the United States. Quickly, I dialed, making the most difficult first. "Hello," Joanne said. It took a moment for me to steady my voice when I heard her. "Hi, it's Star." "Star, oh my gosh! Where have you been? When are you coming home? Have you sold that place? We miss you." Joanne owns a catering company in Ridgewood, and she's always rushing between appointments or running to check something in the oven. "Well, I'm undecided about the cottage, and it may be a few more weeks before I'm home. The paperwork on this end is complicated." I paused to take a deep breath before continuing. "I'm calling to see how things are going and how Skipper is holding up." "Skipper is fine. He's been moping around, but then we got a new neighbor. You remember, the Dutch colonial on the corner of Catherine Street that was for sale? Well, it's sold, and they've already moved in. They have a female Pomeranian named Phoebe, so Skipper is in love. Since they met, he's parked himself at the top of the stairs, watching through the front door and waiting for her to walk by." "Thanks, Joanne. I really owe you for this. Do you think you can handle him for a while longer?" "No problem, girlfriend. You don't have to worry. We'll take good care of him." "How is it over there?" "We're roasted. I'm keeping cool by testing a new recipe for chocolate chip mint ice cream. It's delicious. Oh, and I've talked to the cleaning crew at your house a few times. They miss you too. But it's the consulting detective team that's getting dusty. Ellie and Philomena wonder if you're ever coming back. You'd better call them today." "That's my next call when I hang up here," I told her. "I'll be in touch. Don't forget, we miss you, we love you, and we want you home." I waited for my tear-filled eyes to clear, and then I dialed my home office. "The consulting detective, Ellie Pizzolatto speaking." "Hey, Ellie, it's Star." "I'm so glad you called. It's getting a little crazy working in this tree house you call a home office without you. Why haven't you checked in recently?" "When Dylan and I remodeled the old colonial we bought, we installed separate home offices. Mine was on the top floor, just below the treetops. I designed it to have the feel of a treehouse, with ceiling-to-floor glass windows and a deck along the back that overlooked a brook. In the summer, when the trees bloomed, we lived in a jungle. Something came up over here that I'm investigating. Listen, is Philomena there? I want her to do some research for me. She's here today, but you have to deal with me first. As usual, Ellie didn't waste time with the niceties. She was all business. What do you want me to do with this email that you've been avoiding? Didn't we agree that you'd use a local internet cafe while you were away to handle it? But you haven't touched it in days. And we have a new request for a research project that you need to approve before I process the contracts with the potential client. I promise I'll get into the email and clear it out when I have a few minutes. I just don't trust the internet cafes. You know this stuff drives me crazy. I don't want anyone screen scraping information. I played with the phone cord, feeling equally twisted about my security dilemma. Tell me about the new contract. Your potential client is the 20-year-old daughter of a famous model who died when the kid was 5 months old. The daughter's recently come into full control of the trust fund her mother set up, and she wants to find her father. This story may end up in the press star, and I want to make sure you're ready to handle it if that happens. Go ahead and take it, Ellie. I'll handle the press. It's more important that the kid finds her father. Now, can I speak with Philly? Not so fast, Star. Where will you be when the calls start coming in? I want to know where they can find you. Her tone underlined the word you. I promise I'll handle it. Now put Philly on. Hold, please. A few beats of silence followed, then a different voice came on the line. Hi, boss. Ellie says you have an assignment for me. Philomena Spring, Philly, is my part-time technical guru who spends the other part of her time blogging about women, technology, and innovation. She calls me boss, although I've asked her a million times to call me Star. She usually points out that I'm not a star and keeps on calling me boss. Hi, Philly. Yes, I need you to do some research. Anything you can find on a foundation called Save the People, its director, Raymond Nolan, a woman named Sharon Dawson, who's formerly a broker for Merrill Lynch and now a financial investment advisor, and a business called Sumner Family Farms. They grow mushrooms. Give me a call when you find anything. Okay. Click. And just like Ellie, Philly got right down to business. My calls made, I showered, donned cropped pants, a pink t-shirt, and flats. With Alan Sky's threat fresh in my mind, I skipped my walk, feeling too edgy and anxious about what he might do. I packed my knapsack with a change of underwear, sneakers, my passport, wallet, and Matthew's notes on the tides around Clare Island. I'd stop in town and make copies to mail to Alan. As I opened the back door to leave, the phone rang. It was Philly again. She was phenomenally speedy at mining the data and tuning the computer's keys. Nothing on Sharon Dawson. Press releases, speaking engagements, the same old, financial services statements. You know, the drumming up business kind. Nada on the mushroom family as well. You mean Sumner Family Farms, right? Philly tends to create nicknames for people and organizations. Yeah, the shroom people. Nothing in their financial statements that's out of the ordinary. But the other group, the Save the People, their fundraising hasn't been what it was in the past. Looks like a downward spiral, if you know what I mean, boss. Thanks, Philly. If you find anything else, call me, okay? Yeah. Click again.